Okay, it's streaming. Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. If you're new, thank you so much. Today we're going to be decorating a lovely heart-shaped burn-away cake. So we're finally doing that burn-away cake challenge. If you're not yet subscribed, please do. And if you're not yet following me on TikTok, please do. On this channel, we do lovely cake, baking, and decorating tutorials. And I teach you as I go along. So it's always very fun. If you want to see the full burn away effect of this cake, remember to stay until the end of this video, alright? Okay. So we made these cakes today. These are some 6-inch heart-shaped cakes. The flavor is orange. It's an orange flavored cake. Absolutely amazing. This is a little cake card. Bear in mind, I wouldn't use this cake card for like a big cake. When you use these cake cards for bigger cakes, guys, when you're lifting the cake, the weight of the cake causes the card to bend, and it can make your buttercream look as if it's peeling away. So have a turntable that's working well, spinning well, and is very good to use. And this is the cake board that we're going to be using. We made our buttercream. The buttercream is here. Yes, I changed it to curry because I realized I didn't have any tomato and I couldn't bother to go to the shop at that time again. So I just decided to do brown stew, curry instead of brown stew. Thank you. Hi Whitney, good evening. Oh, you're such a darling. Thank you. You see, she tuned in on both TikTok and YouTube. Remember guys, if you miss anything from this video, I'm live on YouTube as well, so you can catch up with it. All right. So I'm going to start off with this buttercream in the same consistency that it is. A very nice firm consistency. The reason for that is because we made a lovely orange curd. Have you ever had orange curd before? Let me show it to you. So I made a lovely orange curd. Nice. And this is what we're going to be using to fill the cakes. It was amazing. Like, my tummy worms are jumping. My tummy worms are having a party. Let me just get my offset spatula. This is the offset spatula that I like to use. This is what an offset spatula looks like. The one that has the dip in the middle here. That's an offset spatula, okay? Before I go any further, I'm going to cut these cake layers. I want the cake layers to be a little bit thinner than they are. So I'm going to cut these 2 in half so I get 4 layers instead of 2. I'm using this long serrated knife. This is what I'm going to be using to cut the cake layers into, okay? So you just eyeball it, mark your way around it. This is a 6-inch cake, all right? And these cake layers were in the freezer. The moment I baked them and they cooled a bit, I popped them in the freezer just so they firm up and are easy to work with. Amazing. I wish you could smell the intense orange flavor that's coming from this cake. I'm going to go ahead and cut the next layer as well. There are a lot of tools that can help you to get your cake layers even. However, the long serrated knife works for me, so I use it. I'm going to repeat the same step with this cake. all the way around till I get some nice. So now I have 4 lovely cake layers, okay? And I'll sit them aside. I'm gonna go ahead and get my simple syrup. Oh, thank you. I'm really happy to hear that it has improved. I just invested almost £600 in camera stand, massive lighting and everything. So I'm very happy to hear that it is improving. Hi Rena, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I'm very happy to know that. This is simple syrup. You may be wondering, what is simple syrup? Simple syrup is equal part water, equal part granulated sugar. You put it on the stove in a saucepan, bring it to a boil until all of the sugar dissolves. You don't want to cook it, you just want to dissolve the sugar, so you don't have to let it stay on for long. Once the sugar completely dissolves, you can go ahead, you can add vanilla flavor to it. You can add any other flavor you'd like to add to it just to enhance the flavor of the syrup. Say if you have a coffee cake, you can add some coffee to it. If you have a lemon cake, you can add some lemon extract to it. If you have whatever the cake flavor is, the syrup can be used to add moisture and to enhance the flavor of the cake. So we made an orange cake today. We're not going to be adding any flavor to it because believe me, the orange is so intense. I added orange juice, I added orange extract, and I added the zest of 2 oranges. It's super intense. And this cake is going to be filled with an orange curd. So you don't want no more orange in it. I'm going to pop this in the microwave for like 10 seconds just to bring it to room temperature. I'm so excited. By the way, my lovely viewers on TikTok, remember to help us to light up the gift gallery, okay? This is a new thing on TikTok, and you know I like to hop onto the trends, right? So help me to light up the gift gallery. So the next gift in line on my gift gallery are those paper cranes, okay? So let's see if we can get them out of the way. All right. So just a few seconds in the microwave and it's nice and at room temperature. Now what I'm going to do, I'll put my cake layers back, syrup to it, or you can go ahead and use a little pastry brush. A little pastry brush to add the simple syrup to the cake layers. I'm going to go ahead and add a bit of simple syrup to each of the layers. Remember, the cake layers are frozen, okay? Alrighty. I'll put these cake layers down right there and I'll move on to the next 2. It's not warm, it's just not cold, it's at room temperature. It's simple syrup. So if it's too cold, it's a bit too thick and won't properly soak through the cake layers. But it's not hot. I can see the orange zest right through this cake, like so amazing. I can't wait. Anyways, so now that we've prepped our cake layers, when you're baking, just try to get everything nicely prepped and ready to go. So once you start assembling your cake, everything will be smooth sailing. If you're new to my TikTok, please hit the follow button. Yes, it definitely adds moisture to the cake, and as I said before, it can be used to enhance the flavor of your cakes. Alright, so before we put our first layer of cake on, I'm going to go ahead and pop some buttercream on the cake board to act as a glue. This will act as a glue to hold the first layer of cake in place, alright? So that's the first thing that we're going to do. Come and get a piece. I have no plans for it, so come and get a piece. Once the first layer is done, before I move on, let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to grab a piping bag and I'll fill this piping bag up with some firmer buttercream. The reason for that is I'm going to be filling this cake with this very soft, creamy and delicious orange curd filling. I don't want that filling seeping out through the sides of my cake, so I'm going to go ahead and pipe a dam with the thicker buttercream to prevent the soft filling from seeping out of the cake. Alright? So let us fill this bag up. Hi, welcome. Alright, once I have enough buttercream in the piping bag, I'll go ahead and just remove the tip. You don't need a bag in here. Thank you for the rose. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and pop down my first layer of cake. This smells so good. It smells so good. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and put down a little bit of the buttercream on the cake. And I'll just spread it evenly, just a thin layer. Just a thin layer of buttercream. So just this thin layer. Once this thin layer is down, I'm going to go ahead and pipe that buttercream dam. This border that I'm piping with this buttercream is to prevent that very nice, soft and delicious curd filling from seeping out of the cake. Grab a spoon and put my filling inside. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this curd. You don't want to overfill your cake. Never you make that mistake of overfilling your cake. You don't want to do that. So just enough filling. Amazing. And that's it. Let's set that aside. Let's make sure that this little border is sitting nice and strong. And now I'll go ahead and I'll pop the second layer of cake on. Look at how amazing this is. So now we have our second layer of cake on. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process. So I get a small amount of buttercream and I'll spread it out. Repeat the same thing again. I'm going to pipe that lovely, lovely border. Hi, sugar. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead again and pop some lovely filling into this cake. Remember, this lovely orange curd filling, it can stay in your fridge for like 2 weeks and it's good. That's it. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so amazing. Like, oh. Go ahead now and pop our third layer of cake on. As I'm building the cake up, I'm just going around the sides just as a layer of additional security to prevent any filling from seeping out. So, you don't want to press down too hard on this cake now. All of that soft filling, it will find a way to come out. So just be very gentle. Move your spatula on top of the cake and just spread out the buttercream evenly. Try not to press down too much on the cake. That soft filling will escape. Repeating the same process, I'll just pipe a lovely buttercream dam around the cake. Go ahead now and add that lovely filling again. Them down below in the comment section and I will answer them, okay? Just spread your filling out evenly. Going to go ahead now and pop the final layer of cake on. Whenever you're putting the final layer of cake on, make sure that you invert it so that the base of the cake becomes the top of the cake. The base of the cake is the flattest part, so you won't have much issue with trying to get your cake nice and flat, okay? Once we have everything sorted, I'll just get rid of these bags and clean up the mess. Let me just wash my hands. I'll tell you the recipe for the curd. I'll tell you the recipe for the curd. It was actually my first time making it today. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead now and apply a thin crumb coat to this cake. Do you know what a crumb coat is? A crumb coat is that first layer of buttercream that you put on the cake just to trap all the crumb. So whenever you're applying your final layer of buttercream, it will be crumb free, alright? So I'm going to carefully crumb coat this cake now. Remember, you don't want to apply a lot of pressure because you don't want to push your cakes away from each other. Remember, you need to try and maintain this heart shape, okay? You don't want to disfigure the cake. You still need to be seeing a nice heart by the time you're done applying buttercream. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, guys. All right. So, one thing you need to realize whenever you're decorating cakes, you have to take your time and don't rush this part of it. So, once you're finished crumb coating your cake, it's very, very important that you sit the cake in the freezer for at least 10 minutes for that crumb coat to firm up and set well. So whenever you move on to applying your final coat of buttercream, it will just slide on well and your cake will be crumb free. If I should go ahead now and try to apply another coat of buttercream to this cake, first of all, the cake is going to be sliding around a lot, and yes, everything is just going to be too crazy. So we're going to pop this cake in the freezer now so that this crumb coat can set. Once the crumb coat firms up, we'll move on to adding our final coat of buttercream. The color that we're working with today is a lovely, lovely orange color. So I'm going to pop this in the freezer and I'll be back, okay? Please ask your questions. When I'm back, I'll answer them. Keep on double tapping the screen. Come on, how can we still be at 5K likes? Keep on double tapping the screen. And if you're new, please follow. All right, so I'm going to pop this in the freezer now just to firm it up, okay? As you can see, it's still looking like a heart. Still looking like a heart. I'll be back. I'm back. So I'm kind of done with this buttercream now, but I'll not get rid of it yet. Let me just pop it to the side there. And this is the star of the show. This is the color we're working with today. This very beautiful orange color. I love it. I love it. I love it. So the design we're doing today is this lovely burn away cake. I'm sure you guys have seen these before, but it's my first time doing one. So let's have some fun while I do it. Yes, it's such a lovely color, right? All right, so we need to get this hard cut out. Just gonna grab my scissors. I'm sure I'm going to need it to be a little bit smaller. So I'm going to grab my heart shaped cake tin just to use it as a guide. So I'm going to use the heart shaped cake tin as a guide to cut out the toppers. And we are going to light this cake on fire on this live video tonight, okay? So don't think you're gonna be missing it. Okay, good. Good. I have some edible markers here. I'll just use one of these edible marker as a guide just to cut out this hard shape, alright? Just as a guide. This is an edible marker, okay? Hi. And I'll repeat the same steps. So whenever you're doing these burn away cakes, guys, you need one layer of icing sheet and one layer of wafer paper. So the wafer paper is what you burn through, and the icing sheet reveals the message, okay? How long do you put the cake? Just about 10 minutes, just for the buttercream, the crumb coat to firm up, and then I'll move on to applying another coat of buttercream. If you're just joining me on TikTok, if you've missed anything, the video has been recorded on my YouTube channel. So please use the link in my TikTok bio to follow me on YouTube so you can stay in the loop, okay? I'll just go ahead now and cut. I'll cut around the mark that I made just now. And we've got a lovely heart-shaped message to go on. But I'll keep the message a little surprise until we do the burn away, okay? I live in the Caribbean, extremely hot. I didn't see what you said before that. Alright, so that's the first bit of the message. This is no garbage. Just pop it right here. And we'll cut out this icing sheet. I'm so excited. Fingers crossed this burn away works, okay? It needs to work. excited. 900 and 9,929 guys. If you're new to my TikTok, please follow. This cake should have been my 10K celebration cake. I was so sure that today is the day that I'll get to 10,000 followers. Come on, don't let midnight come. So if you're just watching, you're new, hit the follow button. We have a lot of fun over here, alright? Me too. Alright. So we have both of our papers ready to go. Both sheets are ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and pop my buttercream in the microwave for a few seconds just to soften it a bit before we continue, because we need a nice soft consistency of the buttercream to work with whenever we're applying a final coat to the cake. You don't want the buttercream to be too stiff and too firm for this section, alright? So you need a nice, soft, smooth buttercream. To achieve this lovely orange color, it's a combination of yellow and red. So when you're baking, you need to learn how to mix and match colors, alright? To achieve the perfect colors that you're looking for. Okay, I'll pop it in the microwave for a few seconds. I'll start with 10 seconds. Always start with 10 seconds. And if needed, you melt some more. But if you melt it too much, it will delay your cake decorating process, alright? Keep on double tapping, guys. Thank you so much. Don't worry, I got it. So this is the first 10 seconds. Let's give it a little mix. It's fine, but I'll give it another 10 seconds, alright? Just believe she got it. Okay. Now this is what we're looking for. Oh, thank you, sugar. Yeah, guys, you all go put your televisions on YouTube. Go put your televisions on YouTube and watch the live video over there as well, okay? Look at this. This is the consistency that you want. This is what your buttercream should look like for this application, all right? Nice and smooth. Okay, let me just clean up my offset spatula and my scraper. Let's get our turntable back here. And it's time to get our cake. 10 minutes past as yet since I put it in the fridge. I don't think 10 minutes gone yet, but let's slowly move on. Is that good or is that bad? You see more on YouTube. Is it good or bad? Let me go and get the cake. Ask your questions, guys, and double tap. I'm back. Oh, great then. All right, so it's fine. You see, I'm touching it and no buttercream is coming off on my hand, so I'm happy to go ahead. Now I'm just going to go ahead, clean up my cake board, and we're going to start creating this lovely, lovely heart shape. Hi Kim, where have you been? How are you? Don't worry, the video is on YouTube, so you'll see all of what you missed. Look at this. This color is so pretty. This color is so beautiful. I can't recall doing an orange cake. Oh, nice. Okay, good. So you need to just carefully now go around the sides. You have to take your time. This is not a round cake. This is an odd shape. So you just take your time and go around the cake, all right? This color is so amazing. I can't recall doing an orange cake. So I chose the color based on the flavor. So because it's an orange flavored cake, I'm like, let me do orange. And I'm so happy that I did. So we're just taking our time and go around all the sides of the cake. You need to maintain that little peak at the front of the cake that says the cake is sorry, my laptop is going to turn off. If the laptop goes, the YouTube live stream will go as well. Okay, good. It's a good thing I saw that. Hi, welcome. Remember guys, if we have any Jamaicans here, on the 30th of June, we're having a physical cake baking and decorating session in Jamaica. So it's Sunday, June 30th. If you can make it, that would be great. So I'm just filling in all the sides, all right? Just taking my time. Try to maintain the shape of the heart as you go along. Can we get 10 people to share the live video? Can you share the live, please? All right, now that every bit of the white has been covered with orange, we're going to go ahead and carefully take our smoother to just smooth out the cake, all right? Okay, that's lovely. What's happening there? Is it for church service? Orange is a bit messy, but let's get it done. So just taking our time. Remember, it's not like a round cake that you can just spin the turntable and spin, spin, spin. So we're carefully working on one side at a time, all right? So just take your time, work on section by section. So we're working on this side. Okay, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So we're just doing sides by side, one at a time. Don't rush it. This is an odd shaped cake, and it's a lot easier to cover a round cake, alright? So don't beat yourself up, just take your time. Hello. Oh, that would be lovely. Can you please pop me a message on Instagram? Pop me a message on my Instagram, Karen, and I'll send it to you. I'd really appreciate that. I'm really hoping I get 10 people to sign up. That would be lovely. You know, before I planned a date for this class, every day I'll get message about, when are you going to have a class? When are you going to have a class? When are you going to have a class? The moment I plan the class date and announce the cost of the class, everybody gone quiet. Why? I'm sure you guys weren't expecting me to just do it for nothing, because a lot of cost will come into me offering this class. So like, it's a bit weird. Take your time, and remember, you still need to chill your cake between sharpening up these edges, all right? So don't worry if everything not looking nice and perfect all at once. Just take your time, and it will all come together. Just try to maintain the heart shape. That's the most important thing. Oh, that's so lovely. I'm really looking forward to having you, Sugar. I'm looking forward to having you. Believe me, I figure that. I figure that no. I realize that. But what to do? I'm just taking my time to get these edges nice. So when I'm working on the front bit here to get it nice and sharp, you see, I just do like that, and I repeat the process on both sides. I just pull the scraper like so. You see, I still have that nice point at the front. You need to keep those, so that dip in the back and this point at the front, those are the distinctive parts of a heart shape. So if those are not there, you find that your heart start looking a bit wonky, a bit too rounded. Like, you need to maintain that heart shape. If you don't maintain that heart shape, your cake is not hearting at all. The cake needs to be given a heart shape. Alright, let's work on the top a little. 930. Thank you so much. So we need 70 more followers to get to 10K. Can we get 70 more people to follow tonight? Let's see about that. So we're going to use our offset spatula just to pull in the buttercream along the edge that we built up a little bit above the height of the cake. We're going to pull it into the center of the cake to create some nice sharp edges. I'm just doing this to show you guys how to do sharp edges, but this process is not really necessary for this cake because a lot of pipings are going on the cake. So that nice edge that I'm working on, I'll cover it up anyways. Can you see the heart shape? So very important that we maintain that heart shape, okay? So try your best not to try to perfect the shape all at once. What we're going to do now, we're going to pop this cake back into the freezer just to let this layer of the buttercream firm up before we continue to work on getting that perfect shape. If you try to get everything nice and perfect at once, all you'll be doing is digging into this layer of buttercream that you apply onto the cake. So we're going to put this in the freezer again. So we have to trust the process, okay? This is going back into the freezer and we'll try to work on those sharp edges and sharp sides once it comes back out. I'm going to go ahead now and just clean up the cake board a little. Try to keep it as mess free as possible. Let me show you guys now what this cake is looking like up close. Look, you see that nice dip in the middle? That's keeping in shape with the heart. It's looking a bit lean. Let me try and straighten it up. Okay, looking a lot better. You see that nice dip in the middle there? That nice straight dip in the middle? We need to keep that. You see this very sharp point at the front? You see that? We need to maintain this to keep the heart shape. Thank you for the rose. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead now, pop this cake in the freezer for another 5 to 10 minutes just to firm up this layer of the buttercream, and then we'll continue to perfect this lovely cake. All right, I'm so excited for you guys to see the finished product. I'll be back. All right. While our cake is firming up, we're going to get the piping tips that we're going to be using. I'm trying to keep this cake all orange. So it's going to be a full orange cake. So it's orange cake flavor, orange curd filling, and orange buttercream. Isn't that fun? So, I maybe move down to some different shades of orange. What do you think? Should I use like 2 shades of orange for the piping? Let me know your thoughts. Or should I just keep this 1 shade of orange right throughout? That's very cute and sexy as well. But let me know what you think. We're doing this together, so let me know your thoughts. Someone was asking if you use gel base. So yes, I use Wilton sometimes, but this color is a paste. It's the Sugar Flare branded paste. I use Sugar Flare. Let me tell you the exact colors that I use. I use Sugar Flare Canary Yellow, and I use the Sugar Flare Extra Red. You're always asking for the cake. Where is the cake? The cake is in the freezer. We're chilling the cake between each step, alright? So we have to chill the cake between each phase. If you just apply buttercream after buttercream after buttercream, you're going to be peeling back the buttercream off until you start seeing crumb all over your cake. So it's very important to set your cake in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes between each stage of it. Alright, as we go along, we'll see how this piping situation goes. We're going to be selecting some piping tips now. I love seeing the 1M piping tip on these vintage hard cake. The 6B I mean. So I'm going to be using the 2B, 4B, 6B. Those shell borders, but I'm using them in different sizes. So the small one, the medium one, and the large one. It's going to be epic. Okay? And we're going to give it that frill. I love this lovely signature frill that I put on my heart-shaped cakes. I love them. So we're going to do that. So it's a gel base. It's a paste. It's a gel paste. The only oil-based food color brand that I have is the Color Mill. And I didn't use any Color Mill in this one. So I use a mixture of oil-based and gel-based colors. I mainly use my oil-based colors for like chocolate work. But for my buttercream, I mainly use gel food colors. Let me go ahead and get the piping tips. I have a big basket of piping tips around here. This is my piping tip collection. You don't need so many piping tips. I was just crazy when I bought all of these. It's not just piping tip. Just the top of it is piping tip. The base of it is like, it's just my little container to store all of my little tools. So the top of it keeps my piping tips, and the base of it I keep like printed work, loads of cutters and so on are kept inside there. But up here, I organize my piping tips based on their patterns and everything. So we're going to work with the 6B, 4B, 2B tips. All right. So we're going to use this massive shell border. We're going to use the smaller one and an even smaller one. Okay. Also, we're going to be using, where is it? This piping tip to create a beautiful frill. It's very hard for you to see it, but we're going to be using that. So those three, that one. Let's see which other one we can use. I'm going to be using that leaf piping tip as well. This really helps me to keep my piping tips organized, guys. So that one. Okay, we've selected the piping tips that we're using. It's just time to get fancy with our decorating. Going to go ahead and fill a few piping bags. Think I'm going to finish up the cake first and then. Hi Leah, welcome. How are you? So one piping tip. Again guys, seeing that we're using the same color buttercream, I'm just going to keep one bag for the piping tips and one bag for the buttercream. You'll see what I'm trying to say as I go along. So all I'll be doing is taking out the bag with the buttercream and changing the piping tips and just remove and change and remove and change. All right. I am doing great. I'm here doing my first burn away cake. Remember guys, if you're new to my TikTok, please follow. We're trying to get to 10,000 followers tonight. Am I too ambitious or what? Okay. I'll pop this in the microwave for another 10 seconds. I'm missing. Yes, I'm almost there. I just need 60 more people to follow. I don't know what you guys are waiting on. Thank you, it's me. Thank you for following. So we're just really working to get there. Let us get to 15,000 likes, guys. We can do it. I'm going to go ahead now and I'll grab the cake. I forgot to put these back in. I'm going to grab the cake from the freezer, okay? Thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate that. are back. I am back. I am back. Hi, Denise. What's a burn away cake? Just stick around a little bit longer and you'll see what a burn away cake is. We're going to light it on fire. Like literally. We're going to light it. So what we're going to do now, all these little spots, these little white spots and everywhere that needs filling in, we're going to go ahead and fill those spots in. Get the cake as nice and neat as possible. Just give it one final coat of buttercream and just smooth things out as you go along, alright? So this is like our final little work on the cake. You have to move fast with this stage because the cake is very cold. If you're too slow with this step, then the buttercream will start getting hard on the cake and you're going to have a lot of hard work to get it nice and neat again. Okay. We're just filling in all the spots, and that's the reason why you need a softer consistency of buttercream for this stage, because you're basically just filling things in, all right? All we're doing is filling things in. It's so pretty, right? Like, I love it. So it's an orange cake, like an orange flavored cake with an orange curd filling and orange buttercream. Thank you. 69 more followers to go, guys. As I said, this is an odd shaped cake, so it will take some time to get it nice and neat. But don't be tempted to rush it, okay? Just take your time. Take your jolly time. All right. I use the heart-shaped cake tins. I'm going to go ahead now and try to get things. So remember, your main aim when decorating this cake is trying to maintain that little peak. This little thingy at the front and that little dip in the back, alright? So I'm just carefully working on things. From Amazon, the smoother is from Amazon. Everything that I use, guys, is all linked in my Amazon storefront. Remember, if you shop using my links, I do get a small commission. My Amazon storefront is linked in my TikTok bio. All right, things are looking nice. However, I need to pop this cake back in the freezer again for just a few minutes. Just a few minutes to firm things up, all right? But as you can see, it's looking fairly smooth, nice and neat. Look at that. Let me just see if my thingy is too big so I can cut it down while I wait for the cake. And yes, it is too big, so I'm going to make this a little smaller. Let me just pop this cake back in the freezer and I'll be back, okay? Okay, let me wash my hands so I don't get buttercream all over my thingy. Thank you so much for following. So I'm just going to repeat again. For this burn away cake design to work, you need two types of edible sheets. You need the wafer paper sheet and you need the icing paper sheet. So the icing sheet will go onto the cake. Icing sheet goes onto the cake first, and then the wafer paper will go on top. The wafer paper is what you burn to reveal the message that is on the icing sheet, okay? I'm just making this icing sheet a little smaller. And I think that this will work. Okay. Gonna go ahead now and cut the next one. I'll just use this first one as a template to cut the second one. Okay, now I have two perfect hearts for my cake. One has a message and one is revealing the surprise. Alright, let me go through the list of ingredients for the lemon curd again. The orange curd. It's on my laptop, my iPad, 1 minute. So 65 grams of granulated sugar. So this is a lovely orange curd filling, all right? 65 grams of granulated sugar, the zest of 2 oranges, 3 large eggs, 120 grams of freshly squeezed orange juice. That's equivalent to half a cup, all right? So half cup of freshly squeezed orange juice, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice, 58 grams of butter, cold butter. So you can leave the butter into the fridge until you're ready to use it. You're just going to slice up the butter and pop it into a little glass container and let it be. So once you're finished making the curd on the stove, you'll just strain it into the butter bowl and you'll just mix the hot curd until the butter melts. You also need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Did you get all the ingredients? 65 grams granulated sugar, zest of 2 oranges, 3 large eggs, half a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon, a pinch of salt, 58 grams of cold butter, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So what you're going to do, you're going to put the eggs in a little container and you're going to whisk them until they're nice and broken up. So the egg and the yolks and everything nicely broken up and a little bit foamy. You mix up your egg. You set the egg aside. You're going to put your sugar in a saucepan and then you're going to pour your orange zest on it. Whatever you want to do, if you want to get your hands all up into it or you want to put some glove on, you're going to rub the sugar and the zest between your fingers until the sugars become very saturated with the oils from the zest. So the oil from the zest is going to saturate the sugar and release all of that nice orangey zesty flavor into the sugar. Once that happens, you're going to go ahead and add your orange and your lemon juice to the mix. You're going to go ahead and mix it a little, pour in your egg and add your cornstarch. You turn the heat on low heat and you mix and mix until the egg cooks and until the mixture starts to get thick. You can't take your eyes off it. Continuously look at it to make sure that it is getting nice and thick and it's not sticking to the bottom and get burned. Once it's all done cooked, it takes about 5 minutes, literally, just to properly cook through. A massive mosquito thing is inside here. So I hate when summertime is coming. These big mosquito thing, you see? Anyways, let it not bite me. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Anyways, back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by that mosquito. Anyways, so once you finish mixing and the mixture becomes nice and thick on the stove top, you're going to strain it into that container with the butter. And you just mix the hot curd until the butter melts into it. You cover it with some cling film and pop it in the fridge and it will set up nice. That's it. All right, we're gonna go ahead now and grab our cake. We're going to try to work on that nice final finish. It needs to be perfect, okay? Yes, give it a try and let me know. Children, children. Take it one way you want. You can take any one. All right? Right, me try to tell you. And we are back. Alright. All I'm doing now, guys, I'm just filling in the tiny spots. Like, a lot of this cake don't even have to be so neat because a lot of piping is gonna go on it. But I'm just going through all of these steps just to show you guys that you can achieve very nice, neat finish on your heart-shaped cakes, alright? You know, I don't like to rush through things with you guys. I like to make sure that you leave my live videos well educated on whatever it is that I was doing. So, let's get this nice and sharp. As I say, you have to move quickly. You don't want to let the buttercream stay on the cold cake for too long, else it will start getting hard. And if it gets too hard, you're just gonna mess up your whole cake again. I'm creating this nice sharp point at the front of the cake. If nothing else is important on these heart-shaped cakes, you have to get those little points correct, okay? I'm done with this cake now. What do you guys think? Let me just come close so you guys can see all the sharp bits. Look at that point. This little thing here can cut you, okay? Look at those edges. Look at the shape in the back. Very nice. See? Look at that point. That's what you want. Very nice. Point it up. And look at the back. And look at it. When you look at it from top, you are seeing a heart-shaped cake. It's not rounded. The full heart shape is there. And you need to maintain that. All right. Time to do all the pipings now. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my cake board because the cake is going to stay on that nice white cake board. So I just hold this hand towel underneath the pipe so it's wet, and I'm cleaning off the cake board very close to the cake, but you don't have to worry to get that close because we're going to be adding some very nice chunky piping to this cake. You just want to clean off the part that is going to be left white. It's easier to clean it off now than when you've done all your pipings. But please, don't give your clients a cake board that's full of buttercream spots and very nasty and dirty all over. You have to get it nice and clean, okay? Thank you. So now that I'm happy with how clean my cake board is, as I say, you don't have to struggle to get very, very close to this cake because we're going to be putting a lot of pipings onto the cake. All right. I'm so excited to see it all come together. Like, I really hope that you guys are excited too. The first thing we're going to do is to put on our icing sheet. Remember, it's the icing sheet that goes directly onto the cake. The icing sheet. So the icing sheet has the message on it and it goes onto the cake. So cute. That's the icing sheet and it's on the cake. So you see why I didn't even have to worry too much about getting the top nice and flat and nice and neat, because this icing sheet, and this is an edible sheet, okay? It covers everything. All right. We're gonna go ahead now and I'm going to fill this piping tip. It's like a frill piping tip. So it's the piping tip that has the cut. It's cut all the way down the side. It's going to give me a very beautiful frill piping, okay? Before I do that, I want to do these little whoops, whoops, whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie piping. For that, I'm going to be using this leaf piping tip. I think I'm gonna do that first before I do the before I do this one. So remember, I'm using the same size piping tips. So I'm using one bag for the piping tip and one bag for the buttercream. I'll go ahead now and fill my piping bag with the buttercream. So this is my buttercream bag. I'll go ahead now and pop this in. So there are some easy ways to guide you to get these little nice shape, but let us see. I'm so excited. All right, let's do it. Let me stand up. I can't sit down and decorate cake. Okay. Look at that. This is so cute. Are you guys seeing it? Are you guys seeing that? You better be seeing it because this is too cute for my eyes only. Look at that. Okay. This is super duper cute already. And I'm so excited. So what we're going to do now, I'll just take out the piping bag that has the buttercream in it. And I can easily switch my piping tip. My star baker, welcome. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use the 4B, the 6B piping tip. That's the medium shell border piping tip to do a piping there. Oh, thank you. So we're just going to do a nice little piping here, you know, just where these two joins. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm going to go ahead now and switch this to my frill piping tip. Come on guys, share this video. I do teach classes. I do online cake baking and decorating classes. And I have a planned cake decorating class in Jamaica on the 30th of June. Check out the poster on my TikTok here or on my Instagram. I'd love for you guys to be part of that class if you're in Jamaica. But I'm in the UK. I teach physical classes and online classes, okay? I'm going to go ahead now and do some work with this frill piping tip. And I have a YouTube channel as well, so make sure you check out my YouTube channel. If you're just joining and you missed anything, it's all recorded on YouTube. Alright, so I'm going in now with the frill piping tip. Whenever you're using the frill piping tip, be sure that you cut the piping bag all the way down so it's not covering any part of the frill, okay? I'm going to go around this cake now. I'm starting at the back. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking this. You see why I like to start at the back though? Any mess up thing that happened will stay to the back of the cake. I'm going to go ahead now and pipe some large shell borders on the top with this 6B piping tip. All right. I'm gonna go ahead now and I'll put the wafer paper on top of this. So this is the paper that will burn. This is the paper that we're going to burn to reveal the message that's underneath. So the icing sheet that's on the cake has a message on it. And the wafer paper that's going on top is what we're going to burn through to expose the message underneath it. Okay, sugar, looking forward to your message. Thank you so much. Go ahead again with a lovely border just to cover up the edges of this paper. Are you guys seeing really well what's happening? So it's a lot of icing on top, a lot more than you'd want normally, but that's what this design is about. You have to have that piping, that extra piping to cover up the edges of the icing sheet and the wafer paper. all I want to do is to start burning this cake. No, some mosquito eat me. All I want to do is to start burning this cake. Alrighty, we're gonna have to add some more pipings to it. Hey sugar, I'm doing fine. How are you? I'm gonna add another border to the base. I need some more buttercream. So I'm just going to turn this into another shade of orange. Let me just clean these up and wash my hands. Oh my gosh. So I just add a little bit of orange to it, you see? A little bit of white to it. I want more buttercream. I'm just going to mix it and see what color it gives me. It will just be a lighter shade of orange. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. What do you think of this? What do you think of this shade of orange at the base? Alright, I'll get it back to that orange. I'm like too lazy. I'm too lazy. Alright. The plan is to work with the one shade. So let's mix up some more. So, as I said before, we use yellow, a little yellow, and red to achieve that very nice orange color. You need more yellow than red, all right? More yellow than red. And just give it a good mix. To get this nice bright color, I'm going to use the whisk attachment of my mixer to just whip up this buttercream to get it nice and bright. look at that. We've got a very lovely orange color. See? Red and yellow. That's what we use to achieve this color. Thank you. All right, we did it. Thank you, Tracy, for following. Remember to keep on liking the live video, guys. Let us get to 20K likes. We can do it. And help me to achieve my live goals, okay? It's not an order. Anybody want to order it? It's just for content. And it's to review. I was doing this cake for my 10K. My 10K celebration. But I'll know when I reach 10,000 followers yet. I was so sure that today's the day that I'll get to 10,000 followers. So this should have been my 10,000 followers celebration cake. But not to worry, we'll get there. Let me wash my hands. Did you say how much? I'm super dying to cut into this cake. I'm dying to cut into this cake. How much would you guys pay for it? So it's a 6-inch 4-layer heart-shaped cake, orange flavored cake, orange curd filling, and a lovely buttercream. All right, we're going to pipe on this nice little shell border, 9,934 followers. Thank you so much. This nice little shell border at the base. I want it nice and fluffy. You see? Look at that. Oh, nice. If you guys want to be part of my What's Up Bakers support group, please let me know. Isn't this beautiful? Like, I'm so in love with this cake. I'm so in love with it. I'm going to go ahead and do a smaller border with the same buttercream on top of that. Thank you so much. I am from Jamaica, but I'm living in the UK. we're going to do a smaller piping, just a smaller border around here. Amazing. I did a purple cake like this. Oh, that's so lovely. Purple is such a cute color as well with butterflies. Wow. That must have been beautiful. Look at this. I'm going to dose this with glitter now. It's gonna be so glittery. I think it needs something else. Maybe I'm gonna do a little shell border piping here, here, here. The big shell. Let me add something else to it. Can you make me one just like that for my birthday? Definitely, Debbie. I'd love to make that for you. Pop me a message and we can talk more about your birthday cake. The last day I'm taking orders up to in June is June 5th. June 25th, I mean. Are the butterflies edible? Oh. But they do have edible butterflies as well. If you have like an edible printer, you can print some edible ones. So getting edible butterflies is not a problem. No, I don't want to cut into this cake. We're gonna do this shell border here. It's a shell, but I'm doing it in a heart shape, like so, a heart shaped shell, like so. One there, one there. Did you see that? So one there, one there. So cute, right? I love this. Should we add some gold sprinkles to it now? This is so cute. I'll put glitter everywhere. It's going to be a glitter party. I'm gonna add like some large gold sprinkles to the bottom bit of those things. So I'm gonna do the glitter spray as well. But orange and gold is amazing. So So I have some large sprinkles. I'll just add some large gold sprinkles. Like there. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. Look at that. So these sprinkles are from the Sprinkle Company. She's here on TikTok and on Instagram as well. Whew. No, sir. Wanna hear me a stomp, right? Just all these little points, I'm adding some sprinkles. I'm not adding any more sprinkles to it. We're going to start spraying it now. Let me just clean up this area a little bit. Let me wash my hand. Look at that. It's so cute, right? If you're new, guys, please follow. Keep on liking. Let's get to 20,000 likes. And help me to achieve my life goals, okay? Let us get the life goals going. Thank you so much. I'm going to use this to apply the glitter to it. So this is like a manual, let's staple this thing down. Crap. I've not used this for so long. I literally stapled it together. So I need to pull all of these staples now. I have this. Oh my gosh. It's hard for you guys to see the glitter. Are you seeing the glitter any at all? Yeah, you should be seeing it there now. Are you seeing it? Put some black what? The glitter makes a big mess, but so cute on the cake. Like, so cute on the cakes. You meant black flowers. I didn't want to do anything else to it. Like, that's the design. The black is written on the top. This cake is so cute. But yeah, some black roses would look nice. But like, I don't want to add anything else to this design now. Oh, nice. Welcome back from your holidays. How has it been? How was your holiday? No, there must be some easier sprays. Like, yeah, it's tall and sexy, right? It's a tall, sexy cake. I don't even have black flowers, but I kind of want it to stay like this. I just love how just cute, just the pipings are shining, and just that's it. Like, it's so cute, right? Four layers. Should I burn it on live video? Should I do the burn away on live? I want to take some photos of the cake though. I want to take some pictures first. So we can burn away, but I need to take some photos first. So we're going to set up, take some pictures, and then we'll set this badass on fire. I want to cut into it. I want to eat a massive slice. Yeah. So we did make some cupcakes as well. Some lovely orange flavored cupcakes. Yes, I do sell the sheets. Look at this. Look at how soft that cupcake is. So cute and soft. We're going to decorate one of the cupcakes, all right? With the 1M piping tip. Not the 1M, the 6B. Look at this. And this is just a very cute and simple piping. All I did was dab, 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 dab. 6 points, and that's it. You can add some cute sprinkles to the top. You can just do whatever you want to. And it's so cute. Let's try another design. I think I worked it out to be £10, which includes delivery. So £10, which includes your postage. It's not yet. I miss her too. Don't worry, she'll be back very soon. So let us do another design. But pop me a message. I need to look at some other things first. Anyways, I don't want any buttercream now. I just want to have a taste of this cupcake. So I'm just doing me a little, just a little something. But I want to have a taste of this cupcake. So let's bite into one. No, sir. You guys have mosquitoes as well? I'll do the burn away after the pigs. I will. I'm looking forward to it. I've never burned one away, so I'm super excited. But let us taste this cupcake. It's an orange flavored cupcake, alright? It's very moist. Look at how it just peels away from the liner. Absolutely nice. My husband is watching football. Today is some football game, right? He's not leaving his football game. So you won't come and taste anything. Anyways, let's bite into one. It's really good. I really wish you all could have a bite right now. It's so good. Not because I baked it, but the orange flavor is just coming through in every single bite. Like, it's so good. Don't get too jealous now, guys. I love citrus cakes. So, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So good. It's perfect. Let me have some more. I need, believe me, that will be really good. But this is so cute. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna give this to my husband. So, this is his cupcake. Oh no. Come on, I'm gonna have to save one of these cakes for you. So sorry, darling. I'll be joining you with putting toddlers to sleep soon. I'm going to pack up and take some pictures of this cake, alright? It is actually orange. It's an orange color. But it's a very bright orange. I'll be back. I'm going to take some photos. Let me set up my photo area so you guys can see how I set up to take my cake pictures. Normally my table is turned to the wall. I just turn it like this so I can face the camera for the live videos. But normally it's turned to the wall. Please hit the follow button if you are new. We'd love to have you on board. I'm going to get my little background thingy to put on the wall. So I have this. I bought this thing from eBay maybe 4 years ago. So I still have it, I still use it. It's a little backdrop thingy. Thank you, darling. I like to take my cake photos on a white background. So I do that. And I have a nice white background for my photo. It's leaning against there so it won't fall down. Then I'll just pop my cake down. Everything nice and white and clean and pretty. And we'll take some photos. Definitely. Do you see how cute that is? Let me go ahead now. I'm using my phone for the TikTok live, so I'm going to borrow my husband's phone to take the cake photos. Keep on liking. I'll be back in just a minute. Hiya. Let's get some photography in. So this is very dark. I'm going to have to turn up my light. I hope it doesn't mess up the YouTube live and mess up everything. But I'm going to have to increase the... Alright, let us see. Not too bad. But the light is really dark. You see? It's a bit too dark. I want it to be a lot brighter than this. So I'm going to increase my lighting source. Let's hope it doesn't affect the live video. I'll turn it back down in just a minute if it does, alright? So yeah, it's very bright on YouTube now, but don't worry, I'll sort it out. Taking a photo from all angles, okay? I like to take a little video as well. Try to get the best view from all angles of the cake. I like to pop the cake on a turntable. I like to pop the cake on a turntable just to get a little spinning shot of it. Like just turn the turntable and take a cute little video of that. So those are what I do when I'm snapping my cakes. No, sir. So people get to see it from all sides. So cute. I hope you guys are getting some lovely tips here. But yeah. Let me turn off one of the lights and try to get the glitter like really well. I'm not getting the glitter as I want to. I just use the luster spray, so maybe if I'd use like glitter, then alright, I think I get enough shots now. We're going to go ahead and do the burn away. Is everybody seeing clearly? Are you seeing well? I'm going to bring you guys closer. I'm going to burn it now. Let's take this off. YouTube, are you seeing well? Let me know, please. I'm so excited. Just drop a comment on YouTube if you're seeing what is happening clearly. I'm super excited. I think I need to bring the YouTube a little closer. I really don't even understand how. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust it's looking a little better now. Let me just fold under this black bit. All right, let us do it. Let me get my torch. Why is it now that I cannot find my blowtorch? This ain't even funny. Let me get my blowtorch, okay? Oh. All right. Let me see what YouTube is saying. Okay, brilliant. So, the top of the cake says, surprise, June 30th, 2024. That's what the top of it says. I hope that this works. So, surprise, June 30th, 2024. So the whole idea of this is that when it's burning, it should reveal what the print in the middle says. Let me turn this torch down. So you start burning from in the middle of the cake, all right? Start burn from the middle of the cake. You have to keep it flat. Oh no! I hope this no catch fire. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I could have gotten a really cute video, but I forgot. What do you guys think? Well, that's it. I bought it from eBay about 4 years ago, but I have some more in-date ones on my Amazon. You can check them out. That's it, guys. So now you see the message inside. So this cake is basically just revealing that I'm having a cake decorating class in Jamaica on the 30th of June in Clarendon. Okay, so if you're in Jamaica and you want to be part of my group cake baking and decorating class, it's gonna be very nice and fancy and lovely. Everything is provided, including lunch. So let me know if you'd like to be part of it, and we can get you all booked in. This is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, everyone here on TikTok. I really appreciate all of the love and everything. Yes, I'll be in Jamaica. So June 30th, we're having a physical class in Jamaica. Oh, thank you. Send it to me, sugar. You want me to cut into the cake now? Oh no. Alright, let's get rid of all of this buttercream on top now. I'm assuming that bit of it turned thank you. £10 for the prints. All right, we're going to cut it. You sure you guys don't want me to do a video of the cutting? And then, so I'm just going to try to get rid of all of this excess buttercream. Because if I do a video of it, then everybody will get a chance to see it. So it's actually still got... So this is the remainder of the rice paper. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Come and get your slice. We've got enough. We've got enough of this cake, so everybody can get a slice. I'm trying to separate this burn bit. Oh Lord. This is really messy. This was really cool though, like it worked. It worked really well. No. The good thing is that once the rice paper completely burns, then the fire stops. So I was always scared of doing this because I'm like, will this cause any fire? Then no, I'll just peel away this. So this is the icing sheet that reveals the message. And then we have our cake. So this cake now you can cut into it and do whatever you want. And you lovely people want me to cut into this cake. So that's what we're gonna do. So who is coming for a slice now? Let's see how many slices we can get out of this heart-shaped cake. So it's a 6-inch round heart-shaped cake. Who is ready for a slice? Come get it. Come and get your slice. All right, so I'm just cutting it like so. Oh, let me turn it around so you guys can see the first cut. See what it looks like inside. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get the first slice off. I'm looking forward to having you, Kim. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Just look at this. it doesn't get any better than this. So orange cake layers, orange curd filling, and it's just like that all the way down. 4 beautiful layers of cake. Absolutely beautiful. Remember, guys, if you want any cakes for any celebration, you can reach out to me. I make amazing cakes for birthdays, weddings, whatever is it that you're celebrating, you can reach out to me. I also offer cake baking and decorating classes online and in person. I'm going to end the YouTube live video now. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you have any questions, ask them down below underneath this YouTube video and I will answer them. Remember to make sure you're subscribed to keep up with my cake baking, the tasting. I just ate one of the cupcake. You guys want me to get fat. Oh my gosh. Alright, YouTube, let's keep you on. I'm gonna dive into a slice. Anyways, look at how soft this is. Look. It's so good. So good. No, me can't go stop eat this. I really think you did love me. So good. Anyways, that's it. Bye bye. Bye bye, YouTube. Ask your questions and I'll be back next time, okay? Have a good night. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel.